cities. What's up, YouTube? Facebook? Peace and blessings to you too, Unique 1-2U Dempsey. Hey, Ryan Dunlap. Lori Jeter, Deacon Santana. MEWMS. What's up, Just JOK? What's up, Coco? Hey, Compassion and Loyalty. Thank you for being here. Hey, man. Hey, Tamika. Tamika Fang. Shoal, I think it was. Hey, Lala. What's up, Ruby? Hey. Hey, Datis. Hey. Hey, Tina Webster, Jasmine Biltmore, Janire, Evie Ford, Bianca. Hey, girl, hey. Hey, Samia. Hey, Shauna. Shauna's over here now, y'all. Hey, Nee. Lakeisha Smith. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Hey, what's up, Rodney? Let me get my little notes together with the things I got to talk about. I got to talk about Teddy Pendergrass. I got to talk about the psychic. I got to talk about I'm not really gonna make it quick. I just put that up there because on YouTube you have to have a caption, a topic. Did you get blocked? Marcel, I don't think you got blocked. What's up, Jamal Owens, Pam Jones, Joy Glover, Byrick? Listen, I was trying to upload. Hey, Yolanda Thomas. I'm a little late because, listen, I had to go situate my situation. You know, I had been in here all day long. What's up, Raymel Mosley? I had been in here all day long, and I had not, Lakeisha said, you going live while I'm on the tail end of a 20-page paper due at midnight. Girl. Listen, I had to situate my situation. I had been in here all day. I had not washed my nuts. Girl, they were hot. Ass was on fire, I'm sure. Yes, Joy. I'm trying to come to Chicago, y'all. Joy is supposed to be helping me. Joy Glover is supposed to be helping me find a venue to come and do a signing and a reading in Chicago. Cantrell. Hey, Cantrell James Lovett. You need to purchase the books. One book is $20, 236, $354. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way now. Housekeeping. Right here, my Cash App is TheWriter. Hey, Angela Buford. My Cash App is TheWriter. Oh, let me write down Jussie Smollett so I can go ahead and gather him up real good. My Cash App is TheWriter. One book is $20, 236, 354. Hey, Rita McBride. Girl, I can never see you behind all of that cigarette smoke. I can never see Rita, girl. She be having all that cigarette smoke. It's like a chimney over there. Hey, Sean West. Somebody hand Rita an ashtray. Hey, Kyle Ahart. Somebody hand Rita an ashtray. She about to burn up the new carpet in the church. She burning the damn carpet up. Hey, Keisha Collins. But if you want to purchase the books through Audible, you can. I narrate the first 2 books on Audible. The first one is Words Never Spoken. This is Show and Tell. The second one is called One Thing for Certain, Two Things for Sure, a memoir continued. I write about all that gay stuff, all that faggotry and stuff. Now listen, if you're not part of the community, you cannot be playing with words like faggotry. Okay? And the third book is called So Much to Say, a book of quotes. We have relationship quotes, encouragement quotes, and wisdom quotes for all of you that need a little inspiration. But you can download them to your e-reader and your devices and stuff too, okay? Wherever books are sold, you can purchase my books, okay? Now, if you go into a Barnes & Noble, they're going to have to order it for you because they don't have it in there on the shelves, okay? Hey, Mary Brooks. So listen, let's go ahead and get started. So let me first start by saying, for those of you that are new, and I'm mostly talking to the people, hold on, y'all. Everybody look over at the YouTube channel. SC says she still believes, he or she, I don't know if SC is a man or a woman, believes that Jussie is innocent. She, or he still believes. Oh, SC is a he. He still believes that Jussie is innocent. Oh. Oh, okay. uh, oh, look. These little drops that, oh, they not. I was gonna, I didn't situate my situation. I told you I just got out the shower and stuff, so it's all fresh and stuff. So if anybody want a little taste, a sniff, a smell, you're welcome to, because it's all situated. Okay, I could have put these little drops down there, these little panty cakes down here, but whatever. So listen, I started doing these Facebook Live videos and now now YouTube, because I have a podcast. The podcast is called So Much to Say. The podcast is free. We talk about black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. Hence the little opening that I give every time I come on here, right? So I started the podcast May 1st of 2017. So if you want to subscribe to the podcast, you can. It's for free. It's an Apple Podcast, SoundCloud, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn, wherever you can listen to a podcast, right? So you can actually go in there and subscribe, because we're coming back. We're on a hiatus right now. We're coming back March 4th, the first Monday in March. We drop a new show every Monday morning at 10 a.m. If you're subscribed, you'll get a little notification on your device, whether you have a Galaxy or an iPhone, or you do it on your iPad, or however you listen to your podcast, listening to it on your road trips. Like I said, it's free. We talk about, one of the shows that we did is called Massage Noir, which is an extension of the word misogyny. Misogyny, of course, is the hatred of women. But Massage Noir is the hatred of black women. So I had 2 black women on there. We talked about that. We talked about being single and being a successful black woman. I also did a podcast called Black Hair. I had a hairstylist, and I had a woman that's natural. She has locks. We need to stop using the word dreadlock. Dreadlock is a word that white folks called locks, because they said that they're dreadful. So I just say locks. Amen. Praise Jesus. High five. So anyway, they came on the podcast to discuss whether or not it's cultural appropriation when black women, where my black women with blonde hair? Is it cultural appropriation when black women who were not born with blonde hair blonde their hair? Because you know how black folks, how we always talk about white folks are gentrifying our culture, and they do. They do. You see white folks and they have locks in their hair, or they getting cornrows. Child, my mother couldn't stand it. When we would go on vacation, my mother couldn't stand to see white folks with locks and stuff, right? So anyway, so I had the conversation on my podcast. We also talked about gay domestic violence and lesbian relationships, as well as gay male relationships. We had people on talking about that. I had one called Gay Rape. So we have a litany of shows over there at So Much to Say podcast. It's called So Much to Say, and it's free. Okay, so just go in iTunes if you have an iPhone and type in So Much to Say. All right, so that's the first thing. So I started doing these live videos because when people started listening to the podcast around the world, they started emailing me and saying, they had questions and they wanted to be able to talk about. Thank you, Dan Twan, for subscribing. So some people wanted to, thank you, Rodney. Some of the people wanted to be able to ask questions once they listened to it. Oh yeah, I did a podcast with Miss Mary, which is T. Madison's mom. And I talked to her about what it was like to raise a trans child. Well, first a child that was gay, and then to find out that your child is trans. But then I had a separate podcast with T.S. Madison. That's actually how she and I met. So the podcast that you hear with me and T.S. Madison on So Much to Say is the very first day and time that she and I met. So anyway, but I started doing these live videos because, yes, around the world, niece, that they're listening around the world. But I wanted to start doing these because, again, the listeners started emailing me and asking questions. Well, we want to be able to talk about what we heard and, that kind of thing. And then people wanted to be able to see it. So sometimes, every now and then, I have the guest on here and we talk and you get to see us and then you can ask your questions in here and that kind of thing. So we do a lot more of that. So we have some podcasts that are coming up. I have some that are scheduled that, you'll be able to hear it. So that's that. All right, so that's housekeeping. Now let's get to the first thing. Today, I had a very eventful day. Eventful and uneventful. Remember I told you yesterday I was supposed to go to my tax person? I'm saying my tax person. This actually would have been my first time meeting this man. But I was going to go and have my taxes done today. But the spirit had quickened and said, niece, stay in bed. You just need to rest. Go ahead and reschedule. So I'm going to go and see him next Wednesday because I don't have to go out of town again until I come to Chicago. Joey Glover, the Queen's Supreme Court is coming to Chicago, and I'm going to do a signing while I'm there. So I'm looking for a venue in Chicago, and he wants it to be a free venue. So don't send me no email about nothing for $75 an hour or $100 an hour. He wants a free place because I'm going to bring you some people there to purchase drinks or coffee or food or whatever it is that you sell at your establishment. So don't be asking me to be paying for nothing because I'm not doing that. So anyway, we're going to be coming to Chicago. I wanted to talk about that. And so then today I just kind of relaxed. But I did get a lot of work done. I edited podcast. SC, I'm not talking to anybody but the audience. That's the audience over here. That's the imaginary audience over here. So I've been editing podcasts today. We uploaded, Adrian and I did some work today on CraigTheWriter.com. We uploaded water bottles. You have been asking me about these water bottles. So we have Hey Girl Hey water bottles. We have Hey Boy Hey water bottles. We have Hey Knees. We have those water bottles. We have So Much to Say podcast water bottles. The Good Day Thinkers, Thought Leaders, Progressives, and Dreamers water bottles. And you guys have already been purchasing those water bottles, niece. You purchase those things over at CraigTheWriter.com. Click on More at the top. We edited the website. It used to say Shop at the top, but now it says More. When you click on More, then you click on Shop. And then you purchase what you're going to purchase. The books are over there, the podcast, if you want to subscribe over there. Everything is on CraigTheWriterStore.com. Just go over there and spend some time. Now, listen, I watched the Teddy Pendergrass documentary yesterday. I told you guys I was going to watch it. Oh, wait, first let me talk about this psychic. Remember, I told you guys I posted my psychic conversation yesterday on my Patreon. The Patreon information is in the description or is pinned over here. Patreon.com/CraigTheWriterStewart. So it's like a video diary, right? That's how I use my Patreon. So I posted the psychic's number and her name over in the So Much to Say podcast pen pal group on Facebook. It's a So Much to Say podcast pen pal group on Facebook. It's our own little community. We have private conversations over there that nobody else can see unless you're in the group. We talk about, we got all kinds of people in there, but I'll post information that I really want you to see in that group. Like I had encouraged everybody to open up an account at a Black-owned bank, which I did about a year or so ago, and many of them did as well. And I put a link in there so for all of the Black-owned banks across the country. If you wanted to, open up a bank, you don't have to have one in your city. You go right online and you can open up your account. That's how you can do it. So we just have good conversation over there. I'm pescatarian. I don't eat meat. It's been over a year now. I sometimes post recipes or things like that because a lot of you have emailed me and asked me, well, my blood pressure is up, or I got these heavy ankles. I got these heavy ankles, niece, and I'm trying to get these ankles smaller. And so you want to change your diets. So I post information over there, and then you all post stuff too. But I posted it over there, and then I contacted her and asked her if it was okay. Mind you, I had posted her number, then I asked her if it was okay. And she told me that she is not taking new clients. I don't know about them, but I got her number, so I'm still going to be calling her. But she said she's not taking new clients because she's taking care of I think she said her aunt or her sister or somebody is sickly in her family, so she doesn't have time to. But I'm like, girl, you can't take a few phone calls from time to time. Like, I mean, you still need money, don't you? I mean, but anyway, she says she's not taking any more new clients. So I had to pull it down. I had to pull her number down. But my thing is, I mean, girl, you ain't got time. You can't carve out a couple hours every day to. But I will be using her number going forward. Now listen, let me go back to the Teddy Pendergrass thing. So I watched the Teddy Pendergrass. DT and I were here yesterday. He ended up spending the night. DT sleeps on the couch. Don't try it. I got to watch, y'all. DT sleeps on the couch. So anyway, we watched the documentary last night, and I didn't really like it. Now, I'm only going to give you my... I'm only going to give you my Hey, Deshaun. You know I'm only gonna give y'all my honest opinion. I'm gonna give y'all my honest opinion. I know a lot of you may be Tyler Perry fans, and those of you that have been following me for a while, y'all, and if you read my book, you already know I'm not a fan of his work. And it doesn't mean that I don't like him. I just don't like his work. You know what I'm saying? I give you all my between you and the Queen TS. I can't come up with all your amazing life in them comments for the Queen. Hey, unique. But so I try to give you guys my honest opinion. Now, I did not really think that it was good, okay? And I'm gonna tell you what. Did you want me to tell you why, or did you feel like it's gonna spoil it for you? Because I mean, I just want. Look. Wait a minute. Just JOK said finally somebody else that don't ride for Medea. I can't stand that nigga business. But listen, I didn't like it. Do y'all? Oh, look, they saying tell it. Okay, listen. I didn't really like it because Byron, you watched it twice. Listen, I was over here falling asleep trying to watch it. Part of it though, I was kind of sleepy too, though. Remember, but I just felt like I'm gonna tell you some of the documentaries that I like, and don't get discouraged by documentaries because documentaries don't have to be black and white. They don't have to be historical. They don't have to be boring. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to be boring. Two of my favorite documentaries, Amy, is about Amy Winehouse. I don't know if y'all saw that. That was a brilliant, brilliant documentary. Then the one about Whitney Houston. What was that one called? That one's on Showtime. And the Chris Brown one was brilliant too. Chris Brown is on Netflix. Amy Winehouse, I think hers is called Amy, but I believe hers is on Netflix. Whitney Houston's is on Showtime. I'm pointing at the TV like I got Showtime. Y'all know I ain't got cable over here. The Evil We Know. Let me write that down. Somebody said that's a documentary I need to see. So documentaries can really, really be good, right? So for me, I watched the Quincy Jones. It's called Quincy. That's on Netflix. I liked it, but that was kind of slow for me. It's kind of slow. But what I will say is, if you haven't seen Amy or the one about what's the Whitney Houston one called? Isn't it called I Am Whitney or something like that? But anyway, it's on Showtime. The shit was brilliant. But here's the thing. With Teddy Pendergrass, what I did not like, and those of you who saw it, you're going to know what I'm talking about. Now, I don't know if you're going to agree, but you're going to know what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah, Whitney was called Can I Be Me? Thank you, Color Me Ray. Yes, it was Can I Be Me? That's what it was called on Showtime. For me, the Teddy Pendergrass, now there were some things that I learned. There were definitely things that I learned watching it. One of the things that I learned was, the old urban myth was that he had reached over, that he was in the car with this tranny, as they used to call it. He was in the car with a transsexual. And remember, a transsexual is a person who actually goes all the way through with the surgery, right? Transgender still has their natural born genitalia, and they might have breasts. If you're talking about a trans woman, she'll still have breast and a penis. Okay, but a transsexual no longer has the penis. She didn't cut it off, and. So he was in the car with the transsexual, and urban legend has it that he had reached over into her neither region. He was trying to situate her situation with his hand and crashed the car. But according to the documentary, that's not what happened. Now, what I will say, though, is as a sidebar, Teddy Pendergrass did give me part of the community. He did lead me to believe that he could have been a part of the community. I don't think they're picking up what I'm putting down. No, I don't mean because he used to wear tight pants and stuff. I don't mean because he used to wear camisoles and things. I don't mean that because the Commodores did that. The Isley brothers did that. No, he gave me like he was part of the community. I mean, I just kind of felt like he enjoyed the company of a man too. Now, I don't have any documentation of that, but I'm just saying. So listen. So I ended up watching that now, but according to the documentary, there were people who wanted him dead. And he had like a fleet of cars. He had the car that he crashed in was a Rolls Royce, and the brakes wouldn't stop. The brakes went out, right? But then, according to the documentary, prior to the brakes going out on that car, somebody he had put, I think it was a BMW, it was another car he had. He went to drive this car one day, and when he took it out of the garage, or was about to take it out of the garage, realized that the brakes had been cut. The brake line had been cut. So somebody was really trying to sabotage him, right? Somebody was trying to kill him, according to the documentary. Look at all the late folks. Look at all the late folks asking, well, what you talking about? What you talking about? What is he talking about? Disturbing everybody in the room. What is he talking about? What did he say? Niece, you got to be here on time. Now, I was 20 minutes late. So that means you were about 30, 40 minutes late. So, apparently it looked like somebody was after him trying to kill him. And so what happened was the reason why I'm saying that it was an urban myth that he had reached over to try to play with the transsexual's penis, it's a myth because the transsexual was in the documentary. Yes, Yolanda Thomas, tell them to stop talking in the movie. The transsexual had already had her surgery like years before. So she said, I'm a full woman, and I've been a full woman for 40 years. She was not playing with them. So it was basically a cover-up. Oh, King Ross. Look. But so that part, there were interesting pieces of it. He had a manager at the beginning of his career when he left Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. He had a manager. It was a woman. She was 31, and he had signed this botched deal with her where she was going to get a profit from all of his publishing, like, permanently. And he said in the documentary that that was a really poor decision on his part. He didn't really understand why he did that. He thinking back, it was the wrong move, right? Here go Valerie. Who we talking about? So she ended up dead. Somebody shot and killed her. They shot her in her head. And when I tell you, she was 31 years old when she died. And DT and I were sitting here watching it. When Teddy Pendergrass got into that car crash and was paralyzed, he was 31 when that happened. So in other words, the manager died at 31, and then he got paralyzed at 31. So we were thinking like maybe that was karma, because one of the people in the documentary alluded to the fact that Teddy Pendergrass had something to do with that girl dying. There was a man on there saying, yeah, I know who did it, but I'm not going to say. That's what he said. Yeah, Yolanda said he had her killed. A lot of people, there was a lot of speculation about him having this girl killed. So there were definitely interesting elements in it. Another interesting element was many of you who know the music. He was the lead singer on most of those songs. Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. Teddy Pendergrass was the lead on most of the songs. And so, to quiet her, but then to also cut her out of that deal, out of that money. But Teddy Pendergrass was the lead vocal. Harold Melvin was jealous. You see my cocoa butter, Lori? I'm using it on my scars. Harold Melvin was jealous. And the group was supposed to just be called the Blue Notes. Well, Harold Melvin told them, he told them at the record company, it's Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. And so the next thing Teddy Pendergrass and the rest of the group knew, when they went to perform somewhere, it said Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes on the marquee. And what ended up happening was Harold Melvin always got the lion's share of the money, even though Teddy Pendergrass was singing the most on the songs, on the vocals. And he went. Teddy Pendergrass went to Harold Melvin at one point, and Harold Melvin had a mattress full of money up underneath there. Like it was a really, it was a decent documentary. But the pieces that I did not like were like they were like flashbacks to like when he was a kid. My thing is when you watch a documentary, I only want to see authentic footage. I only want to see footage from that time, like that you can pull from the archives. I only want to hear radio interviews or radio sound bites and clips from that time. Don't be reenacting. To me, it was so campy because like they were talking about how when he first sang at church. Now, if you don't have video footage of when he first sang at church, just somebody narrate it and just tell us what happened. We don't need you to do no skit. So they had like these little skits in there. They had this woman. They had this little mock church, and they had this little boy, and they set him up on the thing, and he started singing. I'm like, I didn't like that. Like we didn't need the visual. If you didn't have actual footage, then you could have just told us that part. It was something else that they reenacted that I didn't like. They just did all these little reenactments. You know what I'm saying? I hated that, Rodney. That was so corny. Like, we can keep up. See, that's why I don't like Tyler Perry stuff. Because, see, it's like they spell stuff all the way out for you. It's like you got to leave some shit to the reader or to the viewer. You got to trust that we smart enough to follow the story without you writing down every little thing, Tyler. Oh, sorry. But anyway, that's why I say good day thinkers, thought leaders, progressors, and dreamers when I come on here. Because, see, the people that follow me, y'all smart. I ain't got to spell everything out for y'all. I know y'all gonna pick up what I'm putting down. That's all I'm saying. So that was Teddy Pendergrass. So I'm gonna scratch him off the list. So anyway, if you want to watch it, go ahead. It wasn't bad, but I mean, it wasn't good either. It was okay. You know what I'm saying? I kind of feel like I need my 2 hours back in my life. You know what I'm saying? It was like an hour and 46 minutes. I just rounded it up to 2 hours. It was something like that. But, I mean, it was okay. And DT and I said at the same time, we were like, it's good, but, you know. So, anyway. Yeah, catch it on a rainy day, Lakeisha. Okay, so I already told y'all about the psychic. So, I got up today, and you see that little nasty transition? So, I got up today, and I figured I needed to order some groceries. I figured I would go ahead and order me some groceries through Amazon Fresh. Y'all don't know nothing about Amazon Fresh? Yeah, they brought it right to my front door. Sure did. I put it up on the Patreon. Well, it ain't up on the Patreon yet. I got to put it up. I didn't use Instacart. I used Amazon Fresh. I really like it. Listen. Oh, Hillary, you work for Amazon, girl. What's your discount? Let me write down your employee number. What's your employee number? It's actually not very expensive, y'all. If you know how to shop, you got to know how to shop. Now, listen. Don't think that because I wrote these books that I'm over here. Slide me that second book, please, and thanks. Look at Charlethea. Charlethea, you sent your money through the Cash App, girl. I'm gonna send this book right on to you. She even read through that first book. Oh, Deborah Knox said Lola. Lola, you over here, niece? Deborah Knox is on YouTube. She said Tamika said she's going to, oh, Charlethea, I just saw your money come through the Cash App. Look at that. Look at God. Okay, Deborah Knox said tell Lola that she's going to be ordering the first book and a mug tomorrow. So Lola, write down Tamika's name so that we can annoy the shit out of her tomorrow, okay? Because you can't come on here and say that you're going to purchase a book and think that when tomorrow comes that you're not going to really, we're going to, niece, you said yesterday that you were going to be purchasing a book. We here to collect. Niece, yeah, so you said you were going to order your book? Yeah, we're ready. So listen, so look, back in the day, I don't know if some of you remember, there was a company called Webvan. This was years ago. So I used to order online from this place called Webvan, and you would go online and they would have pictures of all of the food and stuff like that, and you could order your food and then you would schedule it, and then they would deliver it based on when you scheduled it, right? And it was free delivery as long as you ordered a minimum of $50. But then it ended up going up to a minimum of $75. But you know, I would only use them when it was like once a month. and I would order like all of my groceries. Now, there were certain things that I didn't order because you got to know your shopping. You got to know your shopping. Let me get me a bottle of water. Hold on. You got to know your shopping. You got to know your prices, niece. Now, if you don't know your prices, niece, then you might want to carry your happy ass to the actual grocery store. Because, see, there were things over there that, I looked, I saw, yeah, that's not a good price. This is a good price. That's not a good price. That's a good price. What'd she say? Haha, if you need my discount, you can use it. I do customer support. Oh, Hillary. Let me write down Hillary's name because she think I'm not going to inbox her about that discount. She think, girl, we got people that work for the Department of Family Children Services. If you need your food stamp set up again, we got a girl that works. We got a girl that works over at the food stamp office. Jade Coleman, did you need to purchase the second book as well? Go ahead and Cash App. Just $20 if you're ordering one book. If you're ordering two books, it's $36. If you're ordering all three, it's $54. That makes it $18 each. Cash App ID is TheWriter. Make sure you inbox me your shipping address. Now, if you're over here on YouTube, email me your email, your shipping address. You can email me from my website, CraigTheWriterStewart.com. Okay, so listen. I ended up. Oh, BJ says she wants to donate a book tomorrow to somebody that's black, gay male between 16 and 21 years old. All right. Lola, put BJ down too. Oh, Hillary says she got the first book today and she dove in it and she's loving it. Yeah, we didn't play when we wrote this first book. It's just me. It wasn't nobody else, okay? I just said we just because I wanted y'all to feel inclusive. No, I don't need no more cocoa butter. This is going to last me for a little while. Once I come through this scar right here, I'm going to be all right. Because, see, I don't use cocoa butter in the summer months. And see, that shit is too heavy. Had me sweating and perspiring. So, I ordered through Amazon Fresh. And so, it was free because I'm in the little trial period. Now, you can go over to Amazon Fresh and you can get your shit for free. Deliver it for free for like the first 30 days. Now, this is what you do. Once you sign up for the free 30 days, cancel it right there. They still going to give you the first 30 days. Because, see, you don't want to be like me and forget that you didn't set it up and then they bill you. And then you be fussing and calling and carrying on at the customer service, trying to argue with them people, knowing you fucked up and forgot. Calling down there on the people's line, cussing and carrying on, acting all ignorant and cantankerous. Cantankerous, there's a word. I used it the other day. Who remembers what it means? We got anybody who works for the Medicaid office? We need somebody who needs their Medicaid repaired. So anyway, the lady came and delivered my groceries today. And I made a fresh smoothie on my Patreon. So Denzel said he canceled Audible after he downloaded the Audible version of my books. See, you do it like that. So I did a video on my Patreon of a fresh smoothie. Yes. So remember, we got a podcast that's coming out. Those of you over here, you may not know, but we have a podcast that's going to be coming out next month. I'm calling it Vegan Journey. I had a person who follows some of the vegan lifestyle. That's a lifestyle. No, Charlethia, if I already have did you inbox me your address on Facebook? If you already sent it to me, no, you don't have to send it again. As long as it's the same address, I'll have it already. So she is on the podcast talking about different smoothies and things I can put in the smoothie and that kind of thing. And so that's the kind of stuff that we share over in the So Much to Say podcast pen pal group as well, right? But I try to show you things like that on my Patreon too. So today I did a smoothie with pineapple. Hey, Sandy Bush down there in Miami. I did a smoothie with pineapple. I put some basil in it, some fresh basil. Ooh, nice. I put some fresh mint in it, like mint. I put some fresh parsley in it. Lola, is security here tonight? Tell them to sit Rita down. She yelling all through here. I can't even keep my train of thought going. She interrupted me. She waving. Got this bad enough. She got them cigarettes in here choking the people out. We got folk in here with asthma and stuff. She in here with them Benson and Hedges cigarettes. But anyway, I put fresh pineapple in there. I put mango in it. Not fresh. It was frozen. Amazon delivered it. It was pineapple, mango. I had a banana over here that was very ripe. I put the banana in there. I put some parsley. I put some mint. I put some basil. I put my vegan. Let me show y'all because I know some of you all are new over here on YouTube. I put some of my vegan protein powder in here. It's plant-based. I put some of my plant-based clean protein. You don't have to put just JOK. You don't have to put mango. You don't have to put mango in it. Just put whatever your taste buds, beckon you to do. What else did I put in there? I put a little bit of agave because the banana should sweeten it enough, right? You're welcome, that damn Courtney Anderson. She said she got her gifted book today. Avriel Duvernay gifted that to you. Yes, Felicia, beckon. Hey, Darylyn Brown. You should have your books, Darylyn Brown. Did you have them? Did you get them? What else did I put raspberries in it. I put blueberries in it. I put some carrots in it, some little baby carrots. Dropped a few of those in there. And then I also have like these superfoods. My girl Tonette sent to me. My girl Tonette sent these to me. So I put, wait, this ain't the right one. This is what I put in it. Okay, so these are plant-based superfoods. I didn't put any spinach in it today. I put some of this in there. This is pomegranate flavor. It's an organic, it's a powder. It's like a supplement, right? I put some of that in there. And then I put 2 scoops of this, which is it's a superfood. And this has broccoli. It's a powder, but it's like bunches of broccoli, blueberries, tomatoes, vegan protein, and it has B6, B12, thiamine, niacin, and riboflavin. So then I used a orange, peach, and mango juice as the base, organic. It's all organic, the juice. And then I put some water in it as well, because you don't want to use just all juice. So I put water and some juice and some ice and blended it up. So that's over there on the Patreon. And I'll show you little things from time to time. When I get off here tonight, I go over here and make me a little something to eat. It's not going to be anything heavy. You know how some of y'all eat all heavy at 10, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. And you wondering why your chest is pounding. And why you can't take your shoes off until you get it home. Because your feet going to swell up and you ain't going to get your shoes back on. So, and you wondering why you got headaches and stuff. Because you eating pork rinds and pork skins. I don't drink alkaline water. I've been drinking this Fiji. That those of you have been sending me. I have not bought any water in so long. I think I'm getting low. I need to go over there and look. But yeah, some of you got the gout. You got the gout. And you wonder, I just don't know why I keep getting these headaches. Girl, it's that motherfucking pork skin you eating. It's all of that salt. Some of you just start putting salt on your food. You ain't even tasted it. Just JLK said Fiji is expensive, not expensive, expensive. Listen, you putting salt on your food, ain't even tasted it. As soon as the plate come, you like, niece, calm down. So yeah, so I got some other stuff that I'm gonna put in my smoothies too. Like I also got I got cilantro. I'm gonna put cilantro in it. So like I said, the woman that came on the podcast, well, the podcast hasn't dropped yet, but I'm gonna put some parsley in it. She gave me a bunch of different things to try because I was always doing the same thing, like spinach and shit like that. So, I just want to try some different stuff. But, you got to really pay attention to your body. Your body is always speaking to you. If your joints and your knees and shit aching, it's your body. It's your body, niece. It's your diet. Put the fried chicken down. You eating pork chops at 3 in the morning. Girl, you got to ease into the day. You got to ease into the day. Y'all eating that heavy shit first thing in the morning, late at night? Every day I start off with a fresh smoothie. Every day I start with a fresh smoothie. Dr. Young messaged me. She called me, texted me the other day. Dr. Young been busy. Yeah, Pamela Dickerson. Chicken is the devil. Now, see, I didn't realize that until I came off the meat over a year ago. Chicken, and I'm going to say this again to my YouTube people. I done said this over here to my people over here. Mary Brooks said, what's good for joint pain? Help. Come off the chicken. Come off of poultry. I did. I went to the chiropractor today, too. I did that today. I went and paid my water bill so they don't shut my water off. I went and paid the water bill. But listen, you need to come up off the poultry, chicken and turkey. I used to get slight little tingles in my knee. And I used to think that it was from me doing work. Turmeric is what you need. Thank you, Yolanda Thomas. Turmeric is what you need, Mary Brooks. Get you some turmeric. That's something else that I usually put in my smoothies. I didn't put any in there today. Oh, Grandpa Kyle just sent money through the Cash App. Now, I'm not sure what that's for. Tell me what that's for, though. But yeah, you put a little bit of turmeric in there. But I usually put some of that in my smoothie. That's good for your joints. Now, don't use too much, Mary. She's going to try to cure her joint issue in one night. Don't use too much, niece. Just put a couple shakes. You can put it in your food, too. Now, I use it in my smoothie. Now, I don't know what you're going to use it in. The other thing is ground cinnamon is really good for diabetes. You can put that in your smoothies. I usually put some ground cinnamon. Don't turn your nose up. Ground cinnamon is really good in a smoothie. Now, you don't supposed to put a whole bunch in there. Just put a couple shakes. I sometimes use fresh ginger, like ginger root. I'll dice a piece and put it in there. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they also have the turmeric capsules. Yes, they do. But, yeah, my girl Tonette has sent me these things. Look at Sam Smith talking about nutmeg. I ain't said nothing about nutmeg. I said cinnamon, ground cinnamon. Okay, Kyle sent a book for, donation for book 1 for Lola. Wait a minute, what? Donation for book 1 for Lola. Lola, can somebody interpret what he's talking about? What does that mean? So am I donating both of the books or one of them? Girl, I'm just as lost trying to read this comment. You know, when it's a conversation about the book, I stop and I pay attention to the conversation about the book. Hold on, niece. Oh, I'm not sure what nutmeg is good for. Okay, Lola, inbox me and let me know which book you want. Okay, just inbox me. And then am I donating the other book? So one Kyle. So one is for Lola and one is for whom? Hey Tina, is it Tina Jallo or Hollow? How you say it? Look at Rosie Smith. She didn't took us to the funeral. She said too much nutmeg will kill you. Oh, thank you, Mary Brooks. If you want to donate a book, go ahead and cash out me $20, niece. Where is Kyle? I need Kyle to tell me what to do with this other book. Oh, okay, so one is for Lola and one is for whomever I want to. Who over here on YouTube needs a book? Who wants a book that you actually gonna read it? Now don't put my shit on the shelf and start collecting dust and shit. And you start using my shit as a damn doorstop. No, I need you to read the book. Janire, you don't have any of the books? Janire? Rita, you got books. We trying to find somebody new. Put them cigarettes down. Okay, Janire, go to my website, CraigTheWriterStewart.com, and email me your shipping address. Now, make sure it's a physical address. I can't use a P.O. box because we ship via FedEx, and they don't use, you can't deliver to a P.O. box with FedEx. Thank you, Hillary. She says she loves the bookmarks, too. So I'm going to put a bookmark in here for you. The bookmark looks like this. All of the bookmarks look like the covers of the books. And then the other book is for Lola, right? Now, I think Mary Brooks said she's going to donate a book, but I haven't gotten her Cash App yet. And once I get that, So now let's talk about this. Look at Rita, tell me she's trying to replace her first book. Well, send $20 through here, niece. Listen, this Jussie Smollett thing is taking me completely out of here. When I say it's taking me completely out of here, first of all, here's what I will say. Lola, write Mary Brooks down, please, because she said she was going to send $20 through here to gift the book. Now, I don't know if she's going to do it tonight, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. But just write her down because we're going to worry her, too. So listen. Hey, Charles Hamburg. Oh, Felicia, you came tonight so you can hear what I was going to say about Jussie Smollett. Listen. Yes, the book is juicy. All of the books are juicy. They're 5 stars over there on Amazon and in iBooks and in Kindle and wherever else they are. Okay, so listen. Look at Uniques that bring the books when I come to the DMV. Seriously, honestly speaking right now, I really hope that somebody is monitoring him, because this shit is the makings of a suicide waiting to happen. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, this kind of pressure and attention and embarrassment, this could really be, you understand what I'm saying? Like, this is the kind of shit that would make a bitch snap. Because if you're going to go out here and actually pretend that you were attacked, then you probably have the capacity to kill yourself too. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you're manic enough to make up a story like this, then you understand? Like, I believe that suicide, a lot of times suicide can be connected to a chemical imbalance, right? I think a lot of times it goes undiagnosed. I know church folk, black folk, I know church folk a lot of times think, oh, that's, you going straight to hell, and the Bible says. But I honestly do think that sometimes when I've never done a study on it, but what I'm going to say is, I do think that in a lot of instances when people commit suicide, that it's connected to some sort of a depression or chemical imbalance. That's what I believe mostly. But then I also think in some instances, so that's over here, but then I also think in some instances, it can be an instance of broken faith. I think sometimes suicide can be an instance of broken faith. You know what I'm saying? You've just kind of lost hope. Things are kind of going bad in your life in succession, back to back. You lost your job, you lost your house, then you may have lost your marriage, or you could have miscarried a child, lost a parent. Now I got this phone on Do Not Disturb. Now I don't know how somebody got the call through here. But anyway, so sometimes I think it's broken faith when you have a lot of things that are just kind of pinning you against the wall, and you just don't have enough time to kind of catch your breath and recover from the first catastrophe, and then something else happens. So I think that sometimes suicide happens in that instance. But mostly, I think that sometimes it's chemical. I really do think that a lot of times it's chemical, and you really don't have the wherewithal, if you will, if you're not medicated on some type of supervision. But even in this instance, like this with this boy, Jussie, this kind of pressure and embarrassment, Christine, this kind of embarrassment, this kind of thing could really push a person over the edge. So first and foremost, I hope that somebody is watching him. He needs 24-hour surveillance. Then I'm wondering, like, what does his family think? Because I don't follow his sister, his sister Journey Smollett. I don't follow her on Instagram. I don't follow him on Instagram. But I did see on her Instagram, I think somebody had posted it, maybe one of the blogs, The Shade Room or Hollywood Unlocked or somebody, posted that, this is, a really tough time for her family. About, when in the beginning, when y'all believed that it was true, because I never believed it was true. But in the beginning, when you all thought it was true, she had posted on her Instagram, Journey, his sister, had posted on her Instagram that, please allow our family the privacy, he needs to recover, blah, 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 whatever it was that she said, right? I wonder how she feels now. Because can you imagine if your brother or sister did some foolishness like this, and you done went out on your social media, you done went out on a limb on your social media, and then to come to find out that he done staged all of this? That's first. Then your co-stars on the show. Your co-stars on the show. Like right now at this very moment, the writers of Empire, they over there trying to figure out how to write his ass off the show. Because Molly, you in danger, girl. He about to go to jail. You know, listen, I saw something before I came on here. It said that they have now classified him as a suspect. I mean, they're bringing charges against him. They're bringing charges against him. And they're saying that he could face up to 3 years because they're charging him with a felony. I think they charged him with a felony. I think they could have charged him with a misdemeanor. But the prosecution got to decide in Chicago. In Chicago, the prosecution gets to decide if it's a felony, if they're going to classify it as a felony or a misdemeanor. Oh, he was already charged, niece? He was already charged? Yes, grand jury indictment. And they say he could face up to 3 years in jail. Now, how dumb is that going to be? Can you imagine you at the top of your career? Baby, that's like if my books hit the bestsellers list. Now, we're working on the bestsellers list. That's what we're working on. Because if one hits the bestsellers list, I believe the second one can go on the bestsellers list. Because once you read this first one, you're going to want to know what this second one is about. Right? Now, I would love for Oprah to get hold of these books. But even if she doesn't, we could still hit the bestsellers list. Amen. That would be like if my shit get to the bestsellers list and then I go do some old fuck shit. I'd be on the next boat to Cuba too, Dan Twan. He should have left. But it's just like, you know, he had his little endorsement with Pepsi. I don't know if y'all knew this, but remember when he put his music out? I never heard it because I didn't think he could sing. But, I mean, is anybody interested in the truth? I never thought he could sing, but, you know, they were like really pushing his music and stuff. Pepsi. They were pushing his music, like they were kind of like tied into, you understand what I'm saying? Like he was like really doing well. He released that music independently. And it was selling very well for an independent artist. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was making all this great money. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he was getting money from the show Empire. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now you done got all of this snatched from you because you done went and staged an attack. Glenda said, I'm with you. He can't sing at all. Girl, he sound like a little baby lamb. Thank you, Gregory Smith. Cynthia said, why are they trying to give him so much time? For wasting their motherfucking time and resources, looking for somebody that didn't exist. That's why they charging him. See, I don't believe that, BJ. And see, a lot of gay folks are still holding on to the hope that he's telling the truth because some people think that this is indicative of all gay people or this is going to cast some kind of a dark light. It ain't got shit to do with me. That was his dumb ass. Ain't got that. Just like I don't believe when a black person, now I do cringe when black people do stupid shit on TV or on the news, and I'm like, dear God, please don't let fall to the white people. You probably already know this about now, but trust me, when the news comes on, we be praying that it's not one of us. But I still am not one of those people that's worried about what white people think. You understand what I'm saying? I know some of y'all black people care about what white people think. I don't. Toni Morrison said it best. I'm no longer concerned with the white gaze, the look, the gaze. I'm not really concerned about that. So I don't, because any critical thinking white person knows that anybody can be capable of anything. You understand what I'm saying? So if a black person goes out and shoots and kills people, I know that there are critical thinking white people who don't think that all black people are going to go out and shoot and kill. Especially the way these white boys are going into churches and schools and shooting up shit. But, so in the same case, I don't think that this, classifies all gay people. That's him. You understand? So, I don't know. But all I do know is, Molly, you in danger, girl. And then he had the nerve to pull this stunt in Black History Month. He couldn't wait to March 1st. He couldn't wait to April 1st and then be like, no, April Fool's, I was just playing. No, I was just joking. It's April Fool's Day. Like, he couldn't wait until April 1st with his retarded ass. Like, I just don't even... That's on him. And black people, don't be thinking that this identifies all of us, or that, you know, this has anything to do with all of us. And gay people, stop thinking that this has something to do with all gay people. This is not define all gay people, and it does not define all black people. Shit, white people don't give a damn about what y'all think when one of them white boys go into one of these churches or one of these schools and shoot up. You think they sitting around thinking that y'all think that all white people do that? Hell no, they ain't thinking about y'all. Just like when Bill Cosby, dumbass, went and did all that foolishness he did. A lot of you black people didn't want to believe that he did it. Well, he only did that because he was trying to buy NBC. Listen, for those of you who don't know about So Much to Say podcast, I just told you about it at the beginning of the video. I had Michael Jamal Warner's mom on my podcast, Pam Warner. He played Theo on The Cosby Show. She said on my podcast, go over there and listen to it. She said that it was not true that Bill Cosby was going to purchase NBC. That's not true. So for all of you black people that kept saying they only did that to Bill Cosby because he was going to buy NBC, she said that was not true. You know, it's like, we just don't want to listen. It's just like y'all don't want to believe R. Kelly over there eating them little young girls out. Like, are you serious? Malcolm Jamal Warner. Did I say Michael? I meant Malcolm if I said Michael. That's just like, I told y'all about R. Kelly over a year ago. Now, I know YouTube, y'all might be new following me, but I had told my people on Facebook over a year ago, I said, R. Kelly is guilty. R. Kelly is having sex with these young girls. Hey, Tiffany J. I said, R. Kelly, you are complicit. I said, where are all of my women? Where are my black women that purchase R. Kelly's music? And they were like, oh, I love R. Kelly. I love R. Kelly. I said, well, you all are complicit in helping him and aiding him to molest these young girls. And I only pointed out black women because that's his core audience. You know, I ride for black women. You know, I love black women. But you know, sometimes y'all can be wrong too. And y'all wrong about this R. Kelly thing. y'all wrong about this R. Kelly thing. So anyway, so I mean, that's it. You know, so like when you go to an R. Kelly show, most of the people, oh, that's another podcast I did. The founder of Mute R. Kelly. Yeah, we got some good shows over there on So Much to Say podcast. I need y'all to go over there and subscribe. It's free. But yeah, the founder of Mute R. Kelly, she came on my podcast. We dropped that podcast. When was that, y'all? When was the documentary? When was not documentary, when was the docu-series? Was that in December or January? Whenever it was, I dropped that podcast then. Orenike, that's her name, one of the founders of the Mute R. Kelly movement. She came on the show. And I had her on live. I had her on the live. It was January. Thanks, Felicia. And thank you so much, Tina Tilson. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Look, Sam Smith said, child, everybody should have known R. Kelly was guilty after that sex tape with underage Aaliyah. I mean, underage girl. Yeah, we should have known going back to Aaliyah, though. But see, y'all didn't want to believe it. Well, I just got to step in the name of love. Girl, sit down somewhere. You ain't got to step in the name of nothing. You step in the name of guilty. You step in the name of immorality. Oh, you know what I wanted to talk about? And I didn't get to talk about this. I'm done talking about Jussie. He going to jail, okay? We'll see him in 3 years. When I tell you, do you all watch Red Table Talk? That is one of my favorite shows on Facebook. You know, with Jada Pinkett and her mother. Now, I don't really like Willow on the show because all she says is, damn. Girl, you don't have nothing else to contribute to the conversation? Every now and then she says a little something, but I just be trying to tune her out. I be like, just move, slide her over. Slide her over. She ain't even got to be there for me. But I do kind of get it because it's 3 generations of women, 3 different perspectives. You know, so I get it. Okay, well, hold on. Dr. R. Hi, Craig. I started reading the audio version. You started reading or listening? I started reading the audio version of your first book a short while, and I'm instantly hooked. I can't wait to continue tomorrow morning. Thank you so very much for downloading the Audible version of Words Never Spoken. You're going to love One Thing for Certain, Two Things for Sure when you finish that one, because that's the continuation. But listen, back to Willow. I do think that she serves a purpose, though, because I'm sure there's an audience that's her age that she can speak to and, you know, relate to. But anyway, that episode with Don Lemon, can I just tell y'all a little secret? But y'all can't tell nobody. Y'all can't tell nobody. So I had met Don Lemon a few years ago down to the Punk Bar. Now, again, if you're not a part of the community, don't be saying Punk Bar, okay? Now, I can't be responsible if you get gay bashed. No, I mean bashed by a gay person. I can't be responsible if you get bashed by a gay person for saying that and you not gay. Listen, this is just kitchen table talk, but this ain't really kitchen table talk because we at my dining room table. Okay, so listen. Years ago, look at Henry James. Spill the tea, please. I need some tea for my coffee mug. So listen, many years ago, I was down to Charlethia. There's an extra syllable in there, Charlethia. Willow always says, damn. You're like, girl, is that all she got in her vocabulary? But anyway, I was down to the Punk Bar. And Don Lemon was coming out. This is before he came out. Okay? And let me give you another story about Anderson Cooper. Let me write this down because, you know, my ADD will kick in and I'll forget. I don't really have ADD. I'm just saying that. But anyway, I was down at the Punk Bar. It was the white Punk Bar. And, you know, every now and then I like to tip through the tulips. And so I was down at the white Punk Bar. And Don Lemon was pulling out. He was leaving. And they had strippers over there that night. And so this is before he had come out, right? And so we in the community knew he was part of the community, but you all may not have known. So I caught him in the parking lot, right? And I went up to him. I said, well, shit, he worked for CNN. Let me go over here and see what he about, right? So I gave him my little business card. I had a little say it in the card, business card at the time. Say it in the card is my greeting card company. So I had a little say it in the card. Oh, I'm whispering because I don't want you all to tell anybody. Okay, I'm whispering so only you can hear. So I went over there and I gave him my business card. And that motherfucker kind of looked at it. And I was like, hey, you know, I said whatever I said. I kicked my game. Because, you know, I'm from up top. I'm from up north, right? I'm from Maryland. And so I went over to his car and I said what the fuck I was going to say. And I handed him my business card. Well, he never did call, right? Y'all laughing because he ain't never called? Well, y'all have been faded before. Ain't nobody ever fade y'all? Whatever. See, the way my confidence is set up, I'm gonna go up to who I'm interested in. Because see, if you don't go up, if you don't have the nerve or the courage to go up to whoever you're interested in, then you're stuck with whoever comes to you. Huh? You're stuck with whatever slithers over to you. Slithers like a snake. You're stuck with whatever slithers over to you. The dating pool is already shallow. So you need to go after what you want, or you just get stuck with the leftovers. I don't think you hear me. So anyway, he never called. But then years later, I was working in a little restaurant. I write about this in the second book. I was working in this little restaurant, and he came in there, and he would always sit at the counter at this restaurant. I was the host at the restaurant. And so he came in, he sat at the counter, and that's when I clocked him. He liked the white boys. He likes the white boys. I clocked it. Oh, so it wasn't that he wasn't interested in you. He's not interested in you. He's not interested in you. So anyway, I noticed that he was all into the white boys and stuff, you know. So anyway, when I saw his episode of Red Table Talk, yes, Don Lemon, I was watching the Red Table Talk the other day, and it was very enlightening for me. And I posted about this on my Facebook, and I posted it on my Instagram. I'm CraigTheWriter still on Instagram, Facebook, everything. And I said I've never really been a fan of his because I always felt like I always questioned his black agenda. And I don't know if y'all remember this or not, but I'm about to take y'all back. To me, he didn't really start getting in touch with his blackness until his ass got pulled over a few years ago. Do y'all remember when he got pulled over a few years ago? And that cop gave him the business? Do y'all remember that? We're my thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers that keeps up with current events and news sometimes. Do y'all remember Don Lemon got pulled over many years ago? And he got the crying and carrying on. He told the story on the news and how he got pulled over. He was racially profiled. See, he was reminded that he was black like this and not like this, as Funky Dineva would say. That's when he really started to. Yes, Hillary Clinton. He got really vocal about race relations and issues in this country. See? You see? Onika says she totally remembers. Y'all remember that? He got pulled over. So, oh yes, Jess J.O.K. T.J. Holmes was fine as he wanted. Y'all remember T.J. Holmes? He was a black news anchor. He used to be on CNN. Where he at? He used to be fine. I wanted him to be a part of the community too, but he's not. So anyway, that's when I noticed that he started getting more in touch with his blackness, right? So when I watched the Red Table Talk, I was very much so moved by what he said because it gave me another understanding. Because for those of you that are not in the community, black gay men have a word for black men that are gay that only date white men. We call them snow queens or snow bunnies. Now, some of you may know that because I know some of you women some of you women were gay men in your former lives. So some of you I know already know that. But we call them snow bunnies. And so as he said on the show the other day on Red Table Talk, he talked about how there's a divide in the community. And that's another podcast that I did one day. It's called the divide between the black gay community and the white gay community. I had two white guys on and myself and another black guy. And we talked about the rift, the divide. Patrice Tudor, I said TJ Holmes was not gay. What did she miss that? Maybe one of her earphones dropped out when I said that. I said TJ Holmes, is not gay. And she's sitting here repeating. Anyway, what was I saying? Because Patrice threw me off. See, this is why I be having to keep notes and stuff. And I still need to come up to the Anderson Cooper story. Because I got to get off here soon. Because I got to go over here and steam me some broccoli and some cauliflower so I can eat. What was I saying? Right, BJ, they yelling all out of order. The next person to yell out, bust our ass in our mouth. The next person to yell out, bust them right in their mouth. Say, shut the hell up. Oh, yeah. Khalid. Okay, so I was talking about the divide, and I did a podcast about it. Because there really is a divide between the black, like for those of you who may not know, the cities that have gay pride events, there's usually a black gay pride event and a white gay pride event. Like Atlanta, black gay pride in Atlanta is Labor Day weekend. That's in September for those of you who think Labor Day is in May. But the general pride or the white pride is in June. So my thing is, if we're all a part of the gay community, why are there two separate? Aren't we all gay? Like LGBTQ? Why are there two separate prides? But part of the reason why the black folks started to create our own pride is because, the white pride wasn't inclusive. Every time they had an entertainer, it was somebody that we didn't want to see. They got Cyndi Lauper and Shea and all them other white girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, where is Tweet and you know what I'm saying? Like, where the black people? So anyway, so it was just different. It wasn't inclusive. So when I watched the Red Table Talk with Don Lemon, it allowed me to see or get a little bit more understanding of perhaps why he dates white men. But look at her look at Elisa trying to rush me with the story. So don't they love Cher? They love Cher, child. They got Bette Midler. Girl, I don't want to see no Bette Midler. Anyway, he was just saying that it was really difficult for him to find an out black gay man who had a sense of success too. He said as his career increased or grew or he became more successful, it was, hey Missy, hey niece, the fewer black men he saw, the fewer compatible black men he saw. And he said black men have a fear of commitment and partnership. And, you know, and I know sometimes black gay men, when this kind of a conversation comes up, sometimes we get a little touchy. Because again, going back to what I was saying before, we sometimes fear that the overall perception of us is that we're not interested in relationships if we have this kind of a conversation. But that's not true. You know, people are going to think what they think anyway. But the bottom line is, some of what he said is true because I've experienced it and I felt it. And I sometimes wonder, if I'm being honest, there are times that I wonder as I become whoever I'm going to become, am I going to be one of those people that's struggling to find a black gay man? But see, that's the connection that I believe that black gay men have with women. You know how women usually have their gay best friend or gay men have their really, really close female friend? I think that the connection is not just that we have similar interests and we have, that we like to do the same shit, like, you know, going out to eat and shopping. And I don't think that's it. I think that's the surface stuff. I think the thing that binds us, the thing that connects us, black gay men and women, is the common denominator being men. We both date men. We share in similar heartaches, similar disappointments, and that's the thing that I think joins us at the hip. That's just me. So anyway, so I was just really moved by Don Lemon's conversation on Red Table Talk because he definitely spoke some truths. My only critique is, because you know I got one. My only critique is, yes, Just Jay, that's exactly what I'm saying. We're connected, we're bonded in the struggle of finding love. Gay men and black gay men and women. We have that same struggle of finding a quality man who got his shit together. My only critique though is I wish they had used another black gay, but I mean, how many openly successful black gay men are there out there? Jussie going to jail, so we couldn't talk to him. But Cynthia, we already talked about Jussie, girl. We done scratched him out on the list. But my thing is, because I don't really feel like he represents black gay men, Don Lemon. So my feeling is I wish they had found another black gay man to really speak on behalf of us. Now, of course, you can't speak for all black gay men, but you could speak on behalf. You know, you could really shine some light. Yeah, right, Lori G. The Billy Porter, he married to a white man too. And not to say that if you married to a white man, you can't really speak for us, but you can't speak for us. All right, now here's the other thing I was going to say. This is the last little piece of tea I was going to give y'all. We in the community knew that Anderson Cooper was gay. Oh, you know what? I'm not even going to repeat what BJ just said over here on Facebook Live. She said they should have got, I said I wasn't going to repeat it, but I'm going to repeat it. She said, but they should have got Tyler Perry to speak for the black gay men. These are my bangs. I'm blowing my bangs. These are my bangs for the people on YouTube who don't know. I'm just going to enjoy some of these gourmet almonds that my friend Tonette sent me. They're rosemary and sea salt. Because, see, I'm not even about to touch that. I'm just trying to get off the ground with my little books. And I don't need Tyler coming after me for my little bit of Cash App money that y'all done sent through here. Now, like I said, I didn't say that. Somebody over here said that. But I agree, BJ. Oh my God. So look, we in the community knew back in the day that Anderson Cooper was gay. And a friend of mine, a white gay friend of mine, had told me years ago that he had gone to a house party. And Anderson Cooper was there. But there was a sign. They had to fill out a release form to say that they wouldn't say that he was there, that Anderson was there. They had to sign like a non-disclosure. Yes. And then here come Anderson Cooper years later talking about he was part of the community. We were like, oh, okay. Listen. That's all I got for you for tonight. I'm about to go over here and steam some of this broccoli and cauliflower and something else. I need something else to eat. But listen, thank you for supporting the books. Everything is at everything is at CraigTheWriterStewart.com. If you missed it, thank you for ordering the water bottles, the coffee mugs, and everything, right? I appreciate you. We're going to get that Say It in the Car website up. Adrian said it's going to be done by Sunday. We'll see. Because, you know, he's slow. He's good, but he's slow. So, listen. Oh. You guys have an amazing night. Brush your teeth, floss your teeth, brush your tongue. If you're not brushing your tongue, then you ain't really brushing your teeth. Because, see, the tongue is where all the bacteria and shit lay and live. That's why people don't want to kiss you. Because you're not getting all of that bacteria and that yuck. You walking around with a yuck-ass mouth. You understand? You're welcome, David Pinkney. Have a great night. Listen, thank you, Tina Tilson. Lola, write down Tina Tilson. She said she's going to be ordering something very soon. I don't know if it's a book, if it's a mug, but just write her name down, okay? Floss your teeth. Get down on your knees and say your prayers. Even if you're not a religious person, just get down on your knees and take a few moments and reflect on your day. Remember, pay close attention to your life. Pay close attention to your life. All right? Thank you so much. I will see. What's tomorrow? Thursday. I'll see you tomorrow at 9 p.m. I'm gonna give y'all a little grace period so you can get it. No, I'm just playing. Hillary, I saw your order, Hillary Clayton. Thank you so much. And come up off that salt so you won't have them heavy ankles. That's why you always get a seat way in the back, because you can't walk fast. All right. Good night, y'all. Bye.